Right now, you can lock in 30 days of any NBA or college basketball plays, including 5% best bets released from your favorite WagerTalk or Sportsmemo handicapper for just $6.63 per day. A 30-day NBA pass is priced at $189 and a 30-day college basketball pass at $189. But you can get both for only $199. To take advantage of this special offer, just go to WagerTalk.com and SportsMemo.com. Choose your favorite handicapper and lock in all basketball action for the next 30 days. Even better, there's no limit to how many handicappers this offer can be redeemed on.
All right, guys, and we are off and running here on a Monday. It is January the 18th. It is another edition of the NBA Tip-Off Show, powered by our friends at WagerTalk.com. We got 4 games, actually 5 games. We're going to go through the whole damn card, but really, we're going to talk Toronto, Dallas. We're going to talk Rockets, Bulls. We're going to talk Lakers, Golden State. I'm going to give somebody $5 if they can figure out who Ski's going with in that game. And then, of course, we'll end it with the Nets and the Bucks, and we got a couple of surprises mixed in there for you. So the next 28 and a half minutes are going to be extremely profitable. Want to thank you very much for stopping by, hanging out with us. Let's bring in the fellas, the gang, if you will. And we got a newcomer here today who's already thrown a wrench into everything, guys, because we have to go to his best bet right off the bat because somebody decided to pick the 3 o'clock Eastern game in order to be his best bet. So before we get to Ski and, of course, Rob Vino, you guys know them, let me introduce you to Kevin Dolan, ladies and gentlemen. Kevin over at Wager Talk, actually on fire, not only in NBA, but college basketball all around. He's been crazy. So, Kev, welcome in first and foremost. How has it been going in the NBA for you so far this season, and what do you got up at Wager Talk right now?
It's all good, Joe. Like, we're on a 31-19 run in NBA, so, going back to last season, all good there. We just come off. It's never good to open the show with this, but literally we just had the Magic. So that was today's play. Dumpster fire. Came back too late in the fourth quarter, but, look, I mean, when you're running that hot, you got to throw a couple the other way. And to be honest, it feels kind of weird being on a show talking about the Spurs. That's not soccer.
I love it. All right, listen, before we get there, and by the way, congratulations, Knicks. That's 2 in a row for you here. They've already recorded that win against that high school team. Welcome to it, man. We're going to start in reverse because I know your best bet is San Antonio, Portland. So welcome to the show. We're going to do it a little reversed here before we get to our contrarian play of the day, guys. We're going to put him on the hot seat right away, see if he belongs or not. Put him on the screen. Give me 60 seconds. All right, and it's very simple. 60 seconds, lay it out. The 60 seconds is yours, Kev. So do with it what you may, but if you don't make it, your ass is muted for the rest of the show, my friend. So no pressure. 60 seconds, go.
Yeah, fairly simple one for me here. This line's moved too much, in my opinion. I have Portland by a half a point going by my power ranking, so getting them a +2, or on the money line appeals to me a ton here. We talked about this in our free play write-up earlier over in Wager Talk. Despite winning, Portland didn't look great last time out against Atlanta. They had 4th lowest effective goal field percentage in the league in that game. Both their 3-point percentage and shooting percentage were down significantly as well. So, that was down 3.9% and 5.1%. So I expect a bounce back offensively here from Portland against San Antonio. This Spurs team, 3 most recent wins came against the Houston team that are really trying to figure out their pieces after that monster trade deal. Oklahoma City team that ranked 29th in the league in overall offensive efficiency, and a Minnesota team that have the 2nd worst defense in the league. Way too much of an overreaction on the line here, even with CJ McCollum potentially out. So take the Blazers plus the points from Monday. What are we looking at for time?
You got 7 seconds, man. Make it count. Make it count.
I wrote a book.
I wrote a book.
Go by it.
Very nice. Shameless plug and all, man. Very nice.
Had to get it in.
Very good. He even, listen, Rob, a shameless plug at the end. He left some time on the clock and hit nothing but net. Kevin, welcome in. Thank you for that best bet. We're going to make you do it again at the end just to see if you can do it twice. Rob Vino, how you been, brother? How was your weekend? What do you got going on today?
I am good, Joe. Actually had 2 best bets up very early here for $9 Monday. ML King Day certainly brings out early basketball, so we got a couple up. one afternoon, one nighttime. There's a couple more going up, so it'll be a loaded NBA card today for sure. And look to go ahead and provide a little profit on $9 Monday for the folks.
Okay, love that. A little $9 Monday, by the way. Good time to remind you of best bets right now, $9 at WagerTalk and Sportsmemo.com. I bring in Ski Profit. Gentlemen, Ski Profit, give you $5 if you can guess who Ski's going to be rooting for tonight in this Lakers Golden State game. But Ski, how you been, brother? What's going on? How was your weekend? What do you got going on today?
Oh man, I don't know if it's just me, but my headphones are a little.
I'm telling you, my
messed up
head is
right there,
banging,
but-
Ski.
I had a good weekend. I know I went 7-3 on Friday, and I think 2-1 Saturday. So I was pretty profitable. Or no, 4-2 on Saturday. So pretty profitable weekend, and I'm looking forward to getting some more winners today. I have a 3-pack up for today's games for $9 Monday, so you can get those.
All right, there you go, guys. And one more thing, want to let you know, today is absolutely the last day right now for you to take advantage. Get that 30-day all access when it comes to the NBA, college hoops, anything basketball from these gentlemen right now. 30 days, every selection, $199. This is going away, so take advantage of it, guys. Hop on, get that 30-day all access. NBA, college hoops, all hoops, actually, from any one of these gentlemen, just $199 now at WagerTalk and Sportsmemo.com. All right, without any further ado, you know what time it is here, guys. Those of you that have been tuning in, it is time for our contrarian play of the day. And if you are new to the show here, if you just happen to stumble across us and you're like, what in the hell are these guys talking about? It's pretty simple. We simply take a look at the board throughout the day, and we try to figure out, and we mix and we match, and we go, oh, look at this. A team that has all the tickets and all the money heading in their direction, and then we ask the simple question, which one of these guys has the cojones enough to be able to go contrarian against the market? And so far, since we started this, it's 9-0, guys. We've got a 9-0 record with this by going contrarian on this play of the day. And this is nothing new. We're not reinventing the wheel here, but it's certainly been a very profitable start to the season. In fact, the only game, Ski, that screwed us up was Friday's contrarian play of the day because it got canceled, and leave it to the Minnesota Timberwolves to screw us up, Ski.
Yeah, I know. I liked it too. I had a bit feeling we were going to go 10-0, but we'll keep it going this time. Contrarian play of the day has been hot. Let's keep it going.
Let's do it here, too. And I do want to send a shout out to, and I don't know, Will, if you have. Let's throw this up. A big shout out to one of our viewers and followers here, Chance Copperpot, which, by the way, I think we all agree, one of the best names that we have seen out on Twitter. You roll, my friend. But Chance has been there since day one. In fact, he was pretty convinced, too, on Saturday that, it was going to be Detroit versus Miami. He was backing, and he tweeted it out. He was all about the Detroit Pistons as the contrarian player today against the Miami Heat, and wouldn't you know it, Chance cleaned up. So thank you very much, Chance. We love having you a part of the show here and making sure all you guys that are hanging out with us each and every Monday through Friday, we appreciate it. Appreciate the love for sure. And let's take a look at that contrarian play of the day here, guys. You don't have to look very far. We've talked about this team. How about the Toronto Raptors? Going to be laying 5 here against the Dallas Mavericks in this one. And this is interesting. This game opened up right around that 3.5 mark. It just got all the money and all the tickets were going in one direction, that being towards Toronto at home. And when I say home, I mean Tampa. So, Ski, let me start with you, my friend, up at the top. Contrarian play of the day. Do you have enough nerve to go the other way, man, and say, screw you, I'm going Dallas here?
Yeah, I like Dallas. I feel like Toronto Raptors are on there. We got to put them on that list, Joe, the hell no list.
Oh, hell no!
Anytime they're favored by, why are they expected to win by margin? They've beaten, they've beaten 4 teams that are subpar and didn't even cover 2 of them. So I'm not expecting them to win by margin. Dallas, they've also been a team that's good whenever they alter from home and going away. Going back to last year, they're good at that. I know they were the second of a back-to-back, but there's no way I'm laying points with Toronto. So Mavericks for me.
I love this. Toronto already on the hell no list, and we got a few teams like that right now for ski. But Rob, let me ask you, my friend, it has been profitable. We're not reinventing the wheel here, but taking a look at the markets this early on in the season, there are some indicators here, and I don't know, is this just too big a line move for this Toronto Raptors team?
Well, I think, when you take a look at their 3-9 ATS records, certainly, at first glance, it would be. I can understand why people would play this game from a situational point of view, why you would be on the Raptors, especially with the status of the Dallas lineup right now. I mean, that bench has been depleted for what will now be the fourth straight game because of coronavirus. It forces Dallas, really, guys, in their 9-man rotation into, first of all, playing two starters that can't score to begin with. So when you have Wesley Wundu and Willie Cauley-Stein in the starting lineup, two non-scorers right off the bat, and then the bench is filled with them. With the exception of Trey Burks, nobody else can really score off of that bench. So Dallas is playing a little bit shorthanded. Their minutes weren't terrible yesterday in losing to the Chicago Bulls, but the bench, only 30 points. And again, if you combine the two guys starting and their inability to score, it makes it rough on Luka. It makes it rough on Kristaps. The scheduling, as Ski pointed out, it is back-to-back with travel. It's the third in 4 days. And, the Friday night game was tough on Dallas against Milwaukee. Maybe that's why they lose to Chicago on Sunday, because it was a pretty physical style game against Milwaukee. But they're in the middle of this tough scheduling skid right here. And with Toronto, you've got guards that are way smaller than Luka, but at least they'll attack him. And you've got forwards that will go after Kristaps Porzingis. If one of those guys has an off night, Dallas could be in trouble. So again, from a situational standpoint, the position Dallas is in roster-wise in their 3 and 4 days, I can understand the line move. But again, asking Toronto to win by more than 5 points is asking a lot. And I will say this, Dallas could be on a 5-game straight-up winning streak right now, right? They lose in heartbreaking fashion on the West Coast twice, once to Portland by 1 point, once to Golden State by 1 point. They win the other 3 games. Of course, the 2 against Charlotte are non-covers. So, again, understandable people playing situations. I get it. But playing the Toronto Raptors right now, laying points, I don't get that.
Listen, I understand it. Coming off that 117-101 loss to Chicago, Doncic, 15 assists, 16 boards, 36 points. Says after the game, this is on me. I'm a little too selfish, which I thought was fantastic coming off of that triple-double there. But I think it goes to show you the mindset of who this Dallas team is. Also, Tim Hardaway Jr. didn't play yesterday, out with the groin injury, listed as questionable in this one. So, Kevin Dolan, let me ask you here. Contrarian play of the day. Do you trust Toronto to keep getting all the tickets, all the money, or might you go contrarian this game with Dallas?
I gotta go contrarian, Joe. I mean, look, Robbie talked about it, how depleted this team is. They're on that stretch run of 5 games in 7 days. Rick Carlisle himself, highlighted that fact as well. But, I like Dallas overall. 4th best defensive efficiency ratings in the league, 4th best opponent assist ratio, 6th best opponent field goal percentage. So, their defense is on point even without those, few players that they're missing. But the main thing is, as Ski said, Toronto's just not a good team. Shot 42.9% from 3-point range against Charlotte last time out. That's well above their season average of 37.4. So they still barely hung on to win that game as well. So it's all about, taking the points here, or leave the game alone.
All right. Well, there it is, contrarian, guys. That it is. Dallas Mavericks +5 in this game against Toronto. We'll move on to one of our featured matchups here of the day. Another game. Very interesting line movement in this with the Rockets and the Bulls here, guys. This game opened up, I saw it kind of the other way. The Bulls maybe at a pick 'em or -1. I'm seeing a lot of -2s right now for the Houston Rockets. So total opened up at 228, and that is I'm seeing 226s right now across the board. So, Robbie, let me start with you, my friend. The Bulls. Rockets, the new look Houston Rockets. We got a line flip here. Do you agree with it?
Well, I think, these lines go crazy over absences from the lineup or insertions into the lineup. So I think the first thing you have to do is you got to sit down like I did this morning and figure out who's going to be on the Rockets in that rotation tonight. Starting lineup should look like this, Joe, taking from what they had the other night and adding in the pieces. This is why the line move happened, because Victor Oladipo is going to make his debut. Eric Gordon's going to come back, and DeMarcus Cousins is going to come back. So those three guys, that qualifies as a line movement to Houston -2.5 in a lot of people's minds. PJ Tucker, Jashawn Tate at forward, Christian Wood, who's been an absolute animal in the middle, Eric Gordon and Victor Oladipo probably in your starting backcourt. Interesting that Oladipo could end up, your starting point guard running a team that he's going to play his first game with, because they just don't have point guards now. The Arkansas kid Mason Jones played it the other night. He's really a shooting guard, had 6 threes in that game. Their bench pretty well stacked because McLemore and Jones both have the ability to score. Cousins can come off the bench and score. So against a team like the Bulls that has the 27th best defensive efficiency in the NBA, you could see where Houston could put up points here as long as, they don't turn it over a whole bunch. I think Jones, playing point guard the other night, guys, had 6 turnovers. That's why I think they'll probably give the ball to Oladipo here. Other side of the coin, what you lose off of yesterday's win against Dallas is Otto Porter Jr. I think he's out of this game. But boy, Billy Donovan's got this team running, third in pace. They play zero defense. I don't know that they play zero defense, guys, but they're just not, they don't have that continuity yet. And if I stretch that over to Houston, how are they going to have any defensive continuity at this point in time, right? Eric Gordon, for the most part, had been playing small forward, probably get switched to the backcourt here. So 2 bad defenses, 2 teams full of guys that can fill it up. I think this 226, and Joe, it probably went even lower than 226.5 earlier today and came back a half a point now. So I think if I were to look at it, I'd probably look slightly Bulls because they're playing pretty well at this point in time. And I'd probably look even a little bit stronger at the over. Just think there's going to be a lot of points scored. Dallas only got to 101 yesterday against the Bulls, not because the Bulls are a good defensive team, because as I mentioned earlier, Dallas is just depleted roster-wise.
Yep. I got to ask you here, Ski. You're talking about, and give Donovan credit, right? The Chicago Bulls, they get blown out first couple of games of the season. They've really started to gel together. But when you look at DeMarcus Cousins, Eric Gordon coming back, still no John Wall, there's not a lot of reps for these guys playing together as a team here. So do you have enough faith in Houston to see the line swing in their favor?
Well, Houston, their team that I want to play on ever since James Harden left. They're undefeated. I think without him in the lineup, they might have lost the game by now. But I'm fine with these guys. I don't think Chicago is that great of a team. Yes, they've been playing good lately. They've been good catching points. But I like what I see from Houston. I think everybody's going to give maximum effort, and I just think they have better talent. I disagree with Rob on the point that Houston is as bad or has been that bad as Chicago defensively. I think they've been playing pretty well defensively, and that's the reason why they win some of these games. So I'll take Houston if I'm betting this game. I do agree with Rob, though, on the over. Both teams are going to play at pretty fast pace, in my opinion. I know Chicago wants to play fast. Houston probably plays fast as well. And I don't trust Chicago's defense. So I would go with the over, and I would go with Houston.
And, all right, listen, no pressure here, Kevin Joel. Welcome to the show, my friend. We got a split here between Rob and Ski, which means you're the tiebreaker, man. All right, no pressure. If you get it wrong, you're never on the show again. So where are you going here? Talk to us here, Kevin. Where are you going here in this Houston-Chicago game?
Joe, it had to be this game, didn't it? Because honestly, this is my least favorite game on the board from a betting perspective. I can't even make it.
Switzerland!
I'm going to agree with Robbie. I'm going to go with Robbie on the over. That's basically it. Yeah. Because from a side perspective, I can't get involved.
So you're like the over here. And let's face it, by the guys, when we're looking at it tempo-wise, I do believe they are top 4. I think, what was the number that came out 116.8 per game. So the Bulls, fourth best scoring offense in the league. So, if Houston can bring it here tonight, I agree with you guys. I think the over is definitely a way to look. All right, Switzerland. We're going to move on to the Lakers here. Lakers taking on the Golden State Warriors. This is going to be a fun game. 10 p.m. Eastern time here tonight. Lakers opening up 9. I'm seeing 8.5. I am seeing the total kind of holding strong there, right around that 225.5, 226 mark. So I'm going to go to the man wearing the the Golden State Warriors jersey here. We're going to start with Ski and get his thoughts on this game because you confuse me, man. Like when you have bet against the Lakers, you have been money, right? And it kills you to do it. But when you have bet against them, you've been straight money. You're wearing the damn Golden State shirt. So are we crazy to think that you're going Golden State in this one?
Yeah, I'm wearing it for a reason today. And I don't really want the Lakers as a big home favorite. Like I know I talk a lot about the Lakers are a prideful team. They like to play on the road and like to win on the road. I like to get them with the discount for being on the road when I know they're focused. At home, I just think you're going to pay a premium, and I don't want them in that big home favorite role. I can also look at Golden State. I think they've been playing better as a unit. They've been playing great defense, and that's how they stay in games. You're giving them – they just have to not lose by double digits. I like Golden State in this one. And Lakers, we know we can trust them defensively. Both teams probably play at maybe a little more than middle of the pack pace, but I think both teams bring it defensively. I probably like the Warriors and the under.
Going Warriors and the under. He is representing here. Kevin, let me go to you, my friend here. Lakers, Golden State, a lot of star power in this game. How are you looking at it, though, with these two teams lined up tonight?
Well, if Ski won't do it, I'll do it for him. I like the Lakers here. I do. I like the Lakers here. My numbers have this about 9.5, so that's pretty tight. But nonetheless, there's some other things that I like. As Ski said, number one defensive efficiency metrics in the league right now. They're on fire in that department, and they've actually even improved upon that over the last 3 starts as well. But offensively, they haven't been firing all cylinders at all, and I think they could rack up some points. The Lakers' shooting percentage, free throw percentage, fast break points are all down significantly over the last 3 starts. And their effective field goal percentage as well dipped by 6% in Friday's win over the Pelicans. So, that's a concern offensively. So this is a one-man Warriors team right now, especially with Klay Thompson out. And their rebounding problems continue to haunt them. Dead last in the league overall in that department. I think the Lakers could pretty much name their score here. So, while I don't like laying a big price at home, I think they win this one by double digits.
Look at that. What goes around comes around. Rob Vino, we've got a split here, my friend. You, the guy in the middle here, you've got the opportunity to break it. I would think that Golden State needs to get a little bit more scoring from somebody besides Steph Curry if they're going to have a chance of covering this. How do you see it here tonight?
Yeah, sometimes in handicapping, Joe, and going to the window with a bet, you don't need a ton of logic. Sometimes you go there on feel. And I'll jump on something that Ski has said in the past about the Lakers. When they put the Black Mamba jerseys on, they're ready to play. They're focused and ready to play when they're in that uniform. It's Martin Luther King Day. I mean, I think the funniest thing in the world to me this morning when I wake up and in the afternoon get the injury report and I see LeBron James listed as questionable on national TV on Martin Luther King Day. Who's kidding who? James's quotes, if you read a couple articles, he's dead set on playing and playing strong. I think all these guys on national TV tonight come out to put on a show. I'm not going to get beyond that logic really here. I think LeBron has a big night. I think AD has a big night. I think Steph has a big night. And I think the others follow suit. In my mind, there's really nothing to stop the Lakers, who have scored at least 117 points in 4 of their last 5. To me, there's nothing that stops them from getting to 120 in this game. Now, the question is, can Golden State get me to 107? And I believe they can here. As I said, and they've had their offensive problems. Let's face it, in the first 7 games they played, their average total was 237 as far as game result was concerned. But in the last 5, that number's gone down. They haven't gotten one of the Warriors games hasn't gotten over 220 in the last 5 games, but I'm asking them to get to 226 tonight. Again, I think if the Lakers get to 120, which I think they will, then it just requires Golden State to get to 107. I don't think that's too much to ask, especially if Ski cashes a ticket with Golden State covering.
Oh.
Well, then that means if LA gets 120, Golden State has to get more than 107. So give me over in this game. Again, not for a ton of logical reasoning, but the fact of this, the stage that they're on tonight, this is a night when the stars come to play and put on the offensive show.
All right, I love it. Not a lot of defense possibly here tonight. So looking at the over, and guys, I hope you're looking at WagerTalk.com right now. All of these gentlemen is $9 Monday opportunity for you to grab their best bets at WagerTalk.com for just $9. And once again, that $199 30-day all access. Get every basketball selection of theirs for the next 30 days for just $199. That is going away, guys. Straight fire. Go and grab it right now. Take advantage of it before it is gone. $199. That is 30 days, all access, every NBA, every college basketball play from these guys. All yours, $199. All right, guys, it is time for our overtime segment. And overtime, we take a look at the total on the board that, whoo, it's just going and going and going. Let's talk Bucks Nets here, guys. Going to be a lot of eyeballs on this game tonight. It is creeping up. It went down a little bit. Now it's creeping up. I'm seeing 240 and a half. That seems to be some of the consensus around the book. Brooklyn at home, James Harden, open it up, dropping triple doubles. You know, here we go. It's going to be, Brooklyn is going to be exciting to watch here. So let me start with you, Kev. Let me get your thoughts on this Brooklyn and Milwaukee game. Is it over or not for you? Is this just going to be, you know, every bit of 260?
It is high, but even with that, if it was playing the total, I'd still lean over. It's pretty much just for, you know, how I expect Milwaukee to show up for this game. Again, just like we talked about the Lakers, Milwaukee's offensive stats were all down big last time out. So I expect, again, you know, everyone was talking about Giannis's 1 for 10 from the free throw line and stuff like that, but it was across the board low. So again, with this talk of, you know, the Nets being Eastern Conference champions and, you know, Kevin Durant's 34.5 points per game and James Harden triple-double, you know, this is the East champions, so they're going to come out here. I expect 260, maybe, possibly, 250. I lean over.
This is, and you can see there, 32, 12, and 14 as he comes in there and just says, hey, Brooklyn, I'm here, but Ski, let me ask you, man. There is one thing Brooklyn certainly leads the NBA in this year, and that is media attention. Hence, maybe a little too much public love as well, forcing this over, up and up and up. I don't know. Is it over or not for you in this game?
I would probably look the other way.
Yes.
I don't have Milwaukee playing that fast lately. The pace for the last 5 games is 21st. Brooklyn kind of middle of the pack as far as pace. I know things changed with Harden in the mix, but the number I have for this game is closer to 231. I think it's too many points in this game. I don't think Milwaukee's going to play that up-tempo game that we've seen them play in the past. So I would look more towards the under in this game.
And we've also seen, Rob, we've seen Harden go 3 for 18 from the field. Like, we've seen those kinds of nights here. So do you expect any defense at all tonight? And if so, who the hell's going to play it in your mind, Rob?
Well, here's the question I'll ask you, Joe. Does it benefit the over that Kyrie's not playing, or does it benefit the under that Kyrie's not playing? I mean, you go back and forth on that. If you were to, you know, if Kyrie plays, which he's not going to, by the way, he's out of this game. But if he had played, would the continuity have been thrown off a little bit, having those 3 on the floor at the same time? Who knows? I might have looked under. Without him, with only Harden and Durant, it looks like people are looking over. You know, Milwaukee's pace doesn't concern me too much because of the offensive efficiency. I mean, it's a team built on 3-pointers. It's a team that's second in the league in offensive efficiency. Giannis kickouts and that type of stuff. You know, the number's probably in a good place, Joe. I didn't bet it. This game is going to go as my best bet in the best bet segment.
Okay.
But it's not on the total here. I think 240. it's probably in a really good place. It's a tough call here in this game.
No more Jared Allen, right? Traded away over here. I mean, who's protecting the rim in this game for them? I'm just kind of curious. It ain't going to be DeAndre Jordan. It ain't going to happen there. So there could be 255, 260 points in this game, and it wouldn't surprise me here on a Monday night. But it is going to be a best bet of yours, so let's do that. We already got the best bet from our friend Kevin Dolan joining us here on the show today. So, Ski, we are going to start with you, my friend. It is time for our buzzer beater segment. This is our best bets. We put 60 seconds on the clock, and we give these guys an opportunity, all 60 seconds, to lay it out for us. If they go past it, they get turned off. So, Ski, you're up, my man. 60 seconds on the clock. Are you ready for this? You got nothing but net. I know you do. Come on, wearing Steph Curry's jersey. Go, Ski. What do you got for us, my man?
No, I'm not going to go to that game. I can't do it in this one. I'll go to I'm going to rock with the contrarian play, Joe. I like Dallas. I mean, I just don't think it's any way. I haven't seen anything from Toronto. They played Charlotte twice. That's 2 of their wins. They played the Kings, and they played the Knicks, I believe. That's nothing. Dallas is a much better team than all of those teams. I know they're on a back-to-back. A couple of guys could be out, but until Toronto shows me that they can win consistently by margin, I'm not going to expect them to do so. And I have an angle here, just looking at teams that are they're rested home teams. They won their last game, but they had to come back. They're down double digits, and they came back and won. They're 14-30 against the spread in the next game, and that's the Toronto Raptors. So fade the Raptors tonight.
Look at that. Fade him, and he's leaving time on the clock, too, as well. Well done, Ski. All right, Rob, talk to us, my man. We know you're going Milwaukee and Brooklyn here. Lay it out for what you got here in tonight's game.
Yeah, I like Milwaukee, Joe, minus the 2.5. And I'll start with the question that you asked because it was the first thing in my notes. DeAndre Jordan is the only paint player that the Nets have on the roster right now. And when he's a starter, most always, he's about a 25-minute player. There's 14 minutes or 15 minutes, maybe more if he gets into foul trouble, where the Nets are going to be an extremely small basketball team against another team in Milwaukee that's fairly big. So I think that's an advantage for the Bucks. The Bucks probably look to move Jordan away from the rim when he's in the game, moving with Brook Lopez, of course, outside the arc, get Jordan away from the rim. I think another key here is Drew Holiday, guys. His defense on James Harden. Friday night, we saw Milwaukee go to Drew Holiday on Luka Doncic, 6'7", 245 or whatever Luka is, and gave Luka a tough time. So I think he can give Harden a tough time. Harden at 32 Saturday night, but it's, against a Charlotte backcourt that's basically novices. Cole Anthony and Dwayne. I think Bucks deeper bench, overall continuity, wins the game. Giannis's free throw shooting might be the only thing that's a problem here, Joe. But otherwise, I think there's so many advantages for the Bucks.
I don't know, Kev. Did he go over the clock there? Is that are we throwing the foul? Does Ski get 2 shots from the foul line? I'm going to let it go because I have to agree with it. I happen to agree with it.
I couldn't even see my own clock, so never mind theirs.
I love it. All right, listen, this looks like, and we've already got one game in the books here, guys, today with the Knicks, having already taken care of Orlando. 2 games underway, Minnesota, Atlanta, San Antonio, Portland, which also happen to be. And once again there, Kev, for somebody that might just be joining us, your best bet is in that Portland-San Antonio game. And which way did you go on it?
I like Portland plus the points, +2 or money line.
Okay, there you go there. That's underway as we speak. And then, of course, it's all going to culminate tonight. Lakers, Golden State, 10 p.m. Eastern time. So let's take a look at that best bet recap one more time. With Ski's going contrary. Baby, he is ride or die with the contrarian, man. That's just the way it's going to be. Mavericks, give him the 5 points all day long. Rob is going with the Bucks. 2.5, he's going to lay over there. Kevin likes them Trailblazers currently under right now as we are filming this, guys, +2, and that will do it. So contrarian player of the day, also Mavericks. Those of you that were interested, I would ask also that you guys take advantage of $9 Monday right now. Best bets up at WagerTalk.com from all 3 of these gentlemen. just $9 right now. Go over there, give them a shot. Ski, Rob Vino, and Kevin Dolan right now for you. And don't forget, TikTok, the $199 30-day all access, every basketball play there is, college, NBA, all yours from any one of these gentlemen, $199. Take advantage of it today before it is gone. So, on behalf of Ski, on behalf of Rob Vino and Kevin Dolan, we appreciate it. Kev, thanks you very much. We'll see you again, certainly here on the show. Guys, best of luck with your plays tonight. Don't forget that bell in the upper right-hand corner. Hit it. Get notified when we go live with these. Make sure you're subscribing on YouTube, but more importantly, make it a profitable Monday night in the NBA. Come back and join us again tomorrow. We'll do it all over again. Thank you for making us a part of your day. We'll talk to you again, guys. Best of luck with your plays tonight.
Profits NBA plays, including 5% best bets for just $4.30 per day. A 30-day NBA pass is priced at $189, but you can lock in hot teams for only $129. Act fast as the price is going back to $189 at the end of the week.